The other day I was bored, and I thought to myself, boy, what game haven't I played in a long time? And then I thought of this. And I thought, you know what? Missing just Satisfactory every week's not enough. I have been ill, by the way. Why not miss something else every week instead? So here we are. F1 Manager 24. It's very different to Satisfactory, I'll admit. But why not do both? Why not do both? Got Mick Schumacher and Felipe Drugovich. Our car should be sort of towards the end of the grid. Yeah, acceleration's good because we got the Red Bull engine, so that's not bad. What I can do though is go. Oh, how do you do it? I haven't played this in a while. I just love playing games on this fucking. I just love playing games here that I just haven't touched in ages. I don't know why. So that's the chassis is not great. Front wing is crap. Rear wing is even worse. Side pods are actually surprisingly good somehow. Underfloor's not brilliant. I think underfloor and front wing spend boatload of our CFD and wind tunnel hours because we get, see, the next period is, I think there's 5 periods in a year. So obviously in 15 days time they'll be reset to 6.9 and 92 respectively. So I could do 3 and 3. Yeah, I think I'll do 3 and 3. And then do the front wing on one and the underfloor on the other, because obviously they're not quite divisible by 3. Rush it, 25. Okay. So I think that's Australia sort of time, if I'm not mistaken. That's yeah. Yes, that's before. So I'll be able to get the chassis done, but I don't think I'll be able to get those done until Japan. And that's sort of where we're looking our thing. What affiliates have I got? Oh, just random AI generated ones. We're just gonna do car development for both. Just to help out. And then I think I'll go with I want to go with someone a bit of a higher rating that isn't in an F1 program already, so they're going to be cheaper to snap. And someone that maybe, say, one of my drivers doesn't do too good, can just sub in and do it by rating. Because I think I've got 70s at the moment, so like a young person that's sort of in the 60 range, I think Mini would be good. Someone like him. He looks alright, but he's F3, 2, he might be alright. Alright, I'll give you, if I give you $1 million, I want a breakout. Like a good breakout. Because, I mean, you're alright, you're not very marketable. I think I leave it, because $1 mil is a lot. And I'd have to stay to that contract as well. Unless I do next season, but that makes it worse for him. But he is just an affiliate, so that's fine. $1 million flat. $1 million flat with a 2x breakout. Because you'll still be fairly cheap, and I can still have them on development. So we'll look at that. And then I will go back to Barnard and do 750, but in 28 days. So it gives them lots of time to think about it. Unfortunately, no breakout, but, you know. We'll do that. Okay. Go to sponsor negotiation. And we'll see sort of how much we can squeeze out. I don't want to do race day, because that is too risky. I think as we're looking at getting quite a lot of drivers in, like affiliates, I think engagement is gonna be possible, because then I can use the 2 random people as just marketing and still have car development and race development, because I think I'd use what was he, like Miata or something? No, I don't think it was. I don't remember who I've hired now, but whatever his name was, because he's 24. That's the same age as Lando, and he's only like 70 rated or something. So him for car development might be useful. 42.7, 43.8. That just does staff performance rating. Actually, I think it's just all of these, isn't it? So yeah. I don't know what I was looking at them. Only 69 million, unless we do high performance reliance. No, we're not gonna risk it. 69.5 is still a decent-ish amount of money. That's fine. And now I'm gonna have to edit this and just get rid of all of the sponsors. Because we've already got fake sponsors on here, so, you know, we can't have these on here. I think in the future I might move to a custom made suit and livery and stuff, but I mean, it is pretty. I couldn't do a job like this. This is a good looking car, isn't it? I mean, even the little fin on the back, the little Italian stripe is just, oh, it's so good. Anyway, the goal is basically a fight Ferrari. It's going to be easier than a podium contender, let's face it. They're not very good. So that should be fine. I'm hoping. Oh my god! No! I'm not going to be able to beat that, am I? Unless I start throwing in. Oh no! Oh, that might be okay. I'd rather not. School event's fine. Oh yeah, and then. Oh! Yeah, so that's just over, and then I can save Paul Aaron, because I really want him to just be piling on the performance. And we're up by 1, which is nice. We'll get our mandatory engagement and our regular, and we've got 9.88 million from this, and that's 3 races. It goes over. It does reduce performance rating and facility effectiveness, though, for the factory. But it could be worse. Race engineer is going to be reduced, though. But we don't care about her, so that's fine. And that's technical chief, so not ideal, considering that I'm about to start doing upgrades that are going to affect the entire season. But you know, you can't have it both ways, can you? Yeah, that's pretty dismal. Pretty much what I was expecting. Hopefully he can go up quite a bit, but we'll have to see. Race targets. We're going to play it safe, because I don't think we're going to do particularly well. Well, let's get into the first week.
And the grid is set to grow. A new season is upon us as Formula One returns to the Middle East, ready to kick things off here in Bahrain. The change is afoot. The paddock has grown, the grid extended. Yes, that's right. 11 teams, 22 drivers, and the hottest competition motorsport has to offer. And keep an eye out for a new face this weekend as we prepare to see a debutant take to the track. Stay right here, because we're just getting started.
Right, here we go. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna do the first practice, just because, you know, it's the first one at the brand new team, Lamborghini. I wanna do this. I have got some mods, as you can see. I don't actually know what this does, to be completely honest, but this is like tyre health, that's going to be their lap time and such. Just to give a bit more info, I think it's kind of useful. Oh, look at that livery. It looks nice. It looks beautiful, actually. It looks really nice. Thankfully, no other teams are yellow as well, so it's going to be easy to see which one we are.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Copy for radio check. Okay, copy.
The other thing is, which is going to annoy me this season, for some reason, he doesn't even have an audio. The F2 radios sound so much worse than the F1 ones, and I don't know why. I guess they just spend less money on their, like, radios or transponders or whatever they use. He actually sounds alright then, which is weird, because normally they don't. But I guess he's been in quite a few F1 tests, hasn't he? So we will just speed this up, but I have got like a graphics mod as well. I don't really know if it's doing anything, to be honest. The game looks okay, but it's never been particularly beautiful. Hey, it looks quite nice. Right, we'll just speed this up, and we'll get those ready. I hope it stays like that, because I'll be very happy. I'll be a very happy boy. Oh. Oh. That didn't last very long at all. We're a second off in the second sector. Half a second in first, which is quite bad considering it's literally just a DRS straight and like 3 corners. The second sector is where all of the tricky stuff is, to be fair. And then the rest is just straight lines, so the second is going to be our weakest part. I like the fact that Dragovic and Schumacher are of similar pace. I'd prefer if Mick were ahead of Dragovic, but I guess you can't have everything.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
That's not surprising. That's better, actually. Yeah, there we go. We're actually in the mix of some people. Although I am noticing that doesn't make much sense. You're giving your team, you're sacking your drivers off so you can get one of your mandatory development driver things in on the first race of the season. Right, you're coming in because you finished. See, Dragovic has got his car ready before Mick has. Like, oh, actually, I think Dragovic is ahead of Mick, so that's probably, yeah, he is, so that's probably why. But now, we can develop the car a bit more. I'm not terrible at making setups. normally. He says doing a pretty bad job. And annoyingly, these don't follow logic, so it's a bit hard. I want to use the same set of hards because we're not going for fastest laps here. I want to save tires. I want to save a set of meads if possible. Actually, Mick took longer, but he's been more helpful. He's been more useful for his thing. Because this helps a lot. I reckon I can get his setup pretty dialed in by the first thing. Forgot about that. That's not gonna be great. We're not gonna. Okay, we'll still bring him in so I can edit the setup, and I might be able to get one or two of the notes back. But oh, I will reconfigure it. Nice, nice. Okay. So now it's when it's. This is when we do sort of miniature bumps. We don't want to do anything drastic and throw off all of the man's hard work. I'm not going to use those hards again. I'll scrub a set of meads. We have only got 7 minutes. So actually, I think for Schumacher, I might just use a set of softs. Because we're not going to make it to Q3 or Q2. We'll be out in the first quality session. And that won't surprise me. I guess I could do something like this, and then like that. Because that should still stay in its optimal window. Actually, no, I'll stay on the hards for him. Because I don't even think he's going to be out for more than like 5 minutes. If that. Actually. Yeah, he's not going out at all. He's going to get like a lap in, if I'm lucky. Yeah, he's not even able to do a lap. That's fine. Dragovic P12 is alright. I'm not mad about that. That's pretty good. I mean, yes, he's been out-qualified by, like, 2 rookies. I mean, and this guy. So, I guess it's pretty bad still, isn't it? I don't like the fact that the logo's so pixelated, and all of theirs are so beautiful. That's quite upsetting. But, yeah. We've got their setups done, and I'll leave the AI to simulate that. Oh, 91% on the setup. Because the AI do change it. How am I gonna adjust it? Ah! And then if I bump that, No, that's not what I want at all. Maybe if I... No. Yeah, there we go. I'm a genius. And then I'm hoping I can just kind of... That's not what I want, though. Okay, that's not going to be perfect, but that should be, like, in the 90s. That is a pretty blummin' decent setup.
Let's hope the teams took full advantage of practice. It's time for qualifying.
Bahrain's track is dusty and abrasive, and even under the floodlights, qualifying is tough on soft tyres. Teams will need to use their tyre allocations wisely.
Esteban Ocon there, Karun. What's the feeling around him at the moment?
It's interesting because they weren't that fast in practice. I'm not sure if this was a lack of pace or just the team trying different things, but I imagine we'll see their true performance soon enough.
Strap yourselves in. This is Formula One.
And you heard it here first. Strap yourselves in. Oh, mate, what did I say? Am I good or what? Holy crap. I am going to change it. You're not necessarily supposed to. But... I'm not going to change that, because I'm not going to be able to get that in there without drastically changing his entire setup, and that will just throw him probably into a spiral, and I think Drugovich is going to out-qualify Schumacher. Especially considering, you know, his best practice lap time's like nearly a second faster. So, yeah, it's yeah. We'll go out now. We'll send Schumacher and Drugovich out side by side. I'm hoping that their tyres are going to be sufficiently warm. No, they're ice cold. Okay. Not quick to heat up these tyres, but we got Mick Schumacher P1. Cool off the session now. Let's wrap it up, people. Drugovich 2/10 ahead. I knew that was going to happen. Cool, he's already been called in. 7/10 off Russell and ahead of Ocon isn't terrible though. I didn't expect that. I'm gonna go again for both. We might be able to snag a Q2 here. I'm gonna go out with Schumacher now. Yeah, I'm gonna go out with Schumacher now. We'll go attack. We'll push on the fuel just to reduce the weight a bit, because you don't need all of it. Then, now we're here, we'll conserve. And now we'll deploy, and then attack again. And that should keep his tyres warm. He's actually doing worse. Even in the first sector he did worse. Which is not right at all. So he's just wasted a set of tyres. That's fine. Right. Can I reconfigure him to go out on those tyres again? Yes. Very much so. We'll go out now with him, and then we'll wait until about 2 minutes 30, go out with Drogovic. We are actually at the end of the pit lane, so I could have released him later. But it's a good precaution to have. I'm going to watch their sectors, because if they're doing bad, I'm just going to call them in and save a bit of durability on their tyres. Didn't know there was a crash. Bortoletto? Oh my god, I'm a year in the future. Bottas, that is, with some minor issues. Cool. Mix up in the first sector. I think that's actually not terrible compared to others. Hopefully we will... So it's really close to get out of that knockout zone. Like, stupendously close. And then it's really far. Like, Verstappen and Leclerc are running off. He's down in the second. Not great. He has got some traffic, unfortunately. I did kind of screw him over there. They have gone out of the way, but that's probably why he was down. Drogovic should be fine, though. He's got absolutely no one in his way. So he's probably going to... I mean, it looks like he's going to go through anyway. Mick's probably going to get to, like, 14th or something. 16th. He's definitely getting knocked out. That's all my fault as well. I just released him at the wrong time. He stood in the middle of the track. Right, let's go on board with Drogovic. He's down in the first, even though he's got clean air. He does have a McLaren ahead of him, but they're quite a way down the straight, and it's a McLaren. Even on their cooldown lap, it's going to be faster than Drogovic on a full push. Okay, green in second. He should be okay anyway. In fact, Mick might be alright. I doubt it. But he might be. There's only 2 more cars on a fast lap. Sargent is going to crash, most likely. Hulkenberg might take him, I reckon. Okay, that's good. Joe's on his in lap. It's just Hulkenberg. Oh! Double Q2 on the first race. On the first quali session, we've made both cars through. That's incredible. That is proper close as well. I'm surprised. I didn't think that would happen. Gotta be honest, I had no faith. I am shocked, quite frankly. I'm only gonna do... Oh, mate. Okay, so what I'm gonna do for this is I'm gonna do a run at the start on warm, and then in the middle of the session, when everyone's sort of calmed down, they're not on a lap, when it's calm in the middle, when there's a little bit of rubber down, I'll go out again. That should be a good enough gap between them that Drogovic won't cause Mick any issues. I'm not expecting much from this, because it is just warm tyres, especially for Mick. And he's gone faster than... He's properly gapped Drogovic. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Alright, we'll reconfigure. I'll keep a set of softs, just in case we magically make it to Q3. Okay, we've got a really good gap to Sonoda. Hopefully no one's going to come out between us. It's unlikely that we're going to do anything productive for this, but I'm expecting greens in every sector, and I'm going to be really annoyed if they're not. Because I want high exit. Okay, Mick, what are you doing, man? Like, what's going on? You've got no one in front of you for an entire sector, and you're doing crap. Drogovic he's putting in the work. I reckon he's going to be sort of around this area, P12. It's gone. We're not making it to Q3. Schumacher's just doing terribly. He didn't even improve, I don't think. I don't know what I don't know what's going. Schumacher's child. You wouldn't believe it. I reckon Dragovich is going to stay where he is. I don't think Stroll's going to do anything. I'm wrong. All right then. Okay. Fair enough. Stroll put in a pretty decent lap. I mean, for Stroll anyway, because, you know, Alonso's far better, but that's what you expect. Perez doing crap as always. Bugs are actually surprisingly low. I would have thought they'd be ahead of Alonso. Hickey ahead of Daniel. Upsets me, but it's not surprising. But that's okay. And Max is on pole. Doesn't surprise me. Lando's well down. Oh my god. That's ruined it. So no, did he? Oh, okay. I was going to say, I don't even blame him for not doing a lap. He's guaranteed he was going to get stone dead last anyway. I don't know what happened in that third session, actually, but only Max improved. Everyone else went slower than the session before. Huh. 6/10 is crazy, by the way.
Here in Sakir, the floodlights are on, and it's nearly time for 57 laps around the Bahrain International Circuit.
Bahrain has seen some of the most dramatic races in F1, like Sergio Perez's incredible 2020 victory, surging ahead from being last on the opening lap.
Bahrain International Circuit was Formula One's first venue in the Middle East, and it's still a calendar favourite. Dusty and challenging, this desert track is a real test of endurance for teams and for drivers. Race day has arrived, and the time has almost come for these drivers to fight it out, wheel to wheel.
I think I need to make the driver suits a bit yellower. Because if you see in the back, that's the driver's suit and then that's the team. The team's like a lot brighter. That sort of back yellow though. Oh, that's not even the driver's suit, that's just the mechanic's suit. But that is... yeah, I don't know. Right. So, separate strategies. I don't think that's necessary. Do we not have a hard? We do, so why aren't we... Surely we could do a one-stop. Yeah. We can do a one-stop. Which says it's going to be a lot faster though. I don't think it would be though. I think we're gonna try something. Actually, no, we'll do it with Mick, because Dragovich is more competent. If I can keep Mick away from people, then I reckon he'll do all right. So we'll go long on the first stint, because then I think by the time we get to around here, everyone will have caught back up again. So that way we can split off. I'm gonna set him to go full push at the start, but then I'll back him off to here or something. So we get us a bit of a, and that'll stretch our pit window to be 35 if need be. So we'll do that. That's Mick sorted, and then for you we'll do one of the more traditional recommended strategies. I'm liking soft to start, but I wouldn't mind a soft at the end as well. There'll be more rubber down. I feel like we can make better use of the soft then. And then I'm thinking... maybe do that, you know. 20 and then... maybe I could extend the soft stint and then go aggressive on the medium stint. Perhaps. Well, I'll have to see how the tyre wear goes, but... Oh, it quite likes that. That's the one that I want, and we'll do that. And we'll just see. Here we go.
You're witnessing a new chapter in Formula One as 11 teams line up on the grid. The composure of Fernando Alonso, really clear to see.
Getting into the top 6 is a very good start. With an error-free race, they'll be confident of grabbing some points.
But just what will happen here, your guess is as good as mine. This is it. 22 cars on the grid.
There we are.
And it's lights out
And away we go. Why isn't it started them off like that? That's... Oh, I thought that I could have sworn that used to work. Oh, and I was supposed to underfuel Mick as well. I forgot to underfuel him. Oh. I did want to underfuel Mick so I could just have him conserve all race, but evidently I've forgotten. So I might just get him to push at the start and then conserve at the end. And we'll do that. Get him to full push, and then we'll just do Mick. Take advantage if there's an opening, but don't risk anything because you're supposed to go long. And then we'll burn a little bit more ERS for him. Mick will keep you steady. Now your tires are starting to overheat. We'll run you on regular. We'll give you balanced fuel. So Dragovic is running P16. He's quite close to Hulkenberg behind. Not a great gap for Bottas in front. Who's that? Sargent? Oh, what a surprise. He's already ruined his softs. But I need Mick to go extremely careful. I'm burning fuel now in the hopes that we can stay ahead of some of these other cars. Because my thinking is, if we can keep up with these guys, try not to fight them. That was definitely contact. If we can just sort of keep with these guys, maybe run in DRS or something, just to get a bit of a tow. They'll burn their softs out. We can keep up with them and reduce our weight for the sort of intermission stint, where they are regaining on us probably on mediums. We'll be a super light car and we can just keep pushing with the fuel. And hopefully we'll meet them as we're pitting, so that way he doesn't get held up too much. That's my thoughts anyway. It's quite handy to see actually. We're doing good on wear compared to Ocon and Hulkenberg around us, even though we're kind of abusing the tyres. We've got better life, so I might push a bit more, because we're gonna have to pit around these guys. We don't have the pace to run a separate race. I think I'm gonna go overtake aggression low, and then rarely defend, because we shouldn't get held up. Pro Dragovic, we want to be fighting these guys. We want to be in the mix. That's the whole priority. This is a traditional race with him, and I just need to be watching this, analysing that. We're still ahead in our wear, and Bottas is going to have to pit soon. Like we are destroying them with our tyre advantage. Like Sargent's already in. Bottas and Tsunoda are in as well. Like, we've got a steady increase there, so now what I can do is I can either pit with these guys to prevent an undercut, or, now I've got some clean air, we'll push a lap, pit, and then we'll have the tyre advantage, but we shouldn't lose that much time. We pulled 2 seconds on Ocon, just on that lap. And now we'll pit. Way ahead of these guys. We're definitely going to have to go hards. Actually, soft, hard. Because I think that's what these people are doing. So we're making a new strategy. He's coming in. He should be just behind Hulkenberg. Yeah, okay. Good. We'll push hard to bring this tyre up to temp, and then new stint, we'll go with a hard, probably lap 30. And then that can be regular usage to there. Or can we... Yeah, that kind of works. I think we'll do lap 30. Yeah, because I like the headroom, and that gives us 28. 28 gives us good headroom. And that will be before Mick even looks at the pit lane. And then Dragovic can go to the end, and hopefully they'll stay out of each other's way. So we're going to push Dragovic now, in the hopes that he can sort of pull on Magnussen. Okay, so Magnussen's currently ahead, but he does have worse tyres. Everyone's pit for their next pit stop. We can't follow them. No way we can follow them. We have gained on Albon, actually. But we really need to get ahead of Magnussen now, because he is mincing our tyres. I haven't even been looking at that, which is kind of bad. I've sort of ruined Dragovic here, because his tyres are minced. Now, I've really ruined him. So that's all my bad. I wonder if I can... I could pit lap 20 if I have to. And then just do light. I can do that if I need to, but I want to keep him going. So Mick is now no longer with anyone that he's... You know what, we're going to hold up these guys. They pit way earlier than I expected them to. If I can fight these guys now, you should be on the other strategy. You should be on strat A. There we go. Could I... I'll get him to push flat out and see if I can keep with Ricciardo and just fight Ricciardo. Because if I can start holding him up and Bottas, then we'll give a massive advantage to Dragovic. Yeah, okay, we're already 1.5 behind. That's not worked at all. But the pushing is welcome, actually, because those hards were quite cold before. So that's good. Speaking of cold, Dragovic's tyres are frosty. I think we're going to have to pit him now. I've really ruined his strategy, and that's really annoyed me. I completely ruined that, but, you know... It says we'll be okay to go to the end, using just a regular standard thing for pace. Which I don't mind. I will wait until they're warm before I do anything. There we go. So now we'll back him off. Run a bit of deploy. Now we're gonna conserve for him. So he should make it to the end. Just fine. Mick's running P12. 3.7 to Sonoda behind. That's not even going to be his final stop. They're doing 3 stops. No way. Why would they do 3 stop? No way a 3 stop's going to be faster. 2 stops probably the quickest, because that's what everyone's doing up top. And obviously they'll have the best facilities, so they can predict the best stuff. Sonoda is definitely going to do a 3 stop. There is no way he can take those softs 27 laps. No way. I mean, and he must be going light then, because that's the only way it's possible. Light or heavy conservation. We've got some more headroom to push with Mick. Sonoda's just a second behind now. We've lost 13 to Ricciardo in front. Ricciardo will pit again though. So actually we might stay ahead of Ricciardo and we have to hold him up even more. Although he's not really in Dragovic's area code. I don't know why these hards are running cold. I'm really not quite sure why that's happening.
Copy.
Yeah, he just lets Sonoda by, pretty much. I mean,
We've got a
he
yellow
has got no pace at all. Russell ended up behind us. Straight and simple. We'll push this lap. He's actually going to end up ahead of Dragovic. That's how badly I ruined Dragovic's strategy. Because Dragovic should have had the superior... Oh, he's ended up P16! He's actually ended up in a really decent position. I mean, Dragovic isn't doing too badly. Yes, he's 3 stops. It is mad. And I think we're still going to hit a crossover where our mediums... Well, their mediums are worse than our hards.
I'm not fully ready, okay?
So, Mick is racing Ocon behind. He will be racing Bottas. He's actually going to be well ahead of Bottas. I think he'll be racing Albon as well. He's actually in a decent position here. Like, genuinely a decent position. I'm really surprised. I honestly thought he'd be miles back. Oh, never mind. Albon's way further ahead than I thought. Okay, Gasly could be a big benefactor of that. Depending on how bad this is. I don't think it's that bad, because it hasn't said there's been like a red flag or anything. Oh, no, that's fine. Good. I don't know where Yuki's going to come out. I don't think he's going to be near enough to us for that to be... No, we will be ahead of him. Yeah, no, we won't. Bottas is so far back. So that's not going to affect us. We need to get past Bottas ASAP. I'm gonna use some of our headroom on this because I want to get for the DRS and then just ERS and DRS straight ahead of him. Because I'm hoping he can hold up Ocon a bit. Because Ocon is catching on us at the moment. Not by much, but by enough that I'm concerned. Oh, that DRS. Yeah, we've got him easily. There is no way you don't make this overtake, man.
Temperature's looking good for me.
Come on.
Copy.
Get him. Yes. No. How is he... How? Mate, you've got the best engine. Speed up. He should get... DRS? No? Okay. Well, we've got him on maximum defense. Bottas shouldn't... No, he's not gone for an overtake. Alright. We'll speed this up. We'll go back to neutral. And then we'll run back on standard. That's worked well. That's added like an extra 8 tenths to our gap or something. And now we're destroying him in pet ace. Never mind. We're not. Hulkenberg is definitely an issue. He's not an issue, actually. He might have to do a 4-stop. A 4-stop. That is crazy. I'm going to say always defend, just in case, because it is 15 laps to go, and I am unsure. Nah, I reckon they're going to have to pit again. Bottas is probably fine. Hulkenberg's definitely going to have to pit again. 100%. Because Ocon's pit. Oh my god, we're P13. Magnussen's going to have to pit. Bottas probably won't. Hulkenberg definitely will. So we're going to gain some decent spots there. We're just kind of hanging in the balance here with Dragovic. I'm going to spectate him because Mick's got no one near him. He's just got to drive in a straight, well, not a completely straight line, but he's just got to drive and he'll be fine. So Hulkenberg's come in.
Yeah, copy.
Bottas should pit again. Sonoda might, but that doesn't affect us. So the best we're looking at for Dragovic is P16. Nothing more. He's got a good gap to Magnussen. Oh, and they've slowed us down a boatload. we should get P16 because Magnussen's gonna have to pit again. Gasly's behind him. He might have to pit again. Joe's probably gonna have to pit. I think we're fine, to be honest with them. Tyre wear is so bad for the back markers though. So bad in this race. I think they're just flat out pushing. I mean, the top guys are alright. I don't think they're gonna have to pit again. Schumacher's fine. He has got Tsunoda behind. Tsunoda will get past him, but Tsunoda is going to have to conserve again, otherwise he's going to have to pit 4th time. But this wear is really bad. Like, this should not be a 4-stop race at all. I do have a mod which tweaks the wear of the hards and the mediums, but it shouldn't be that bad. I mean, I'm fine, so I think it's just the AI being a bit stupid. But yeah, they're having to pit again, which is really surprising. Mick can actually push again for fuel, which is surprisingly good, actually. He is in his own world, though. We're gaining a little on Tsunoda now, he's having to conserve, but it's not anything. I've definitely stuffed that a bit. Hopefully he can... Yeah, we're fine there. I'll go attack because it's final lap on both. It's not going to do anything though. Drugovich might actually be able to get Hulkenberg. Drugovich might be able to get Hulkenberg here. If Bottas can leave him be, we might be able to get Hulkenberg for P16. Mick's actually gained a place overall. So that strategy worked surprisingly well. Although I do think Drugovich could have gained a couple more if I'd played my cards right. Yeah, I think we're going to be able to get Hulkenberg. Yeah. There's Mick's across the line. P14. That's not bad, you know. I reckon with this next set of upgrades, we could actually do something quite good. Look at this. Alright, Drugovich is just out of a second. I don't think he's got... No, he hasn't got his flap open. Oh, I don't think we're going to do it. I probably should have done it the lap before because the tyres are still cold. Oh, I don't know, actually we're gaining. No, we're not going to do it. It's so close, but we're not going to do it. Yeah, one more lap. If I'd done it a lap earlier, told him to push a lap sooner, then he would have had Hulkenberg, I reckon, because that's DRS, but... I'm not mad. That was a good race.
We see Mick Schumacher now after a challenging race.
A 14th place finish today, no points and lots to think about.
And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
Their first win of the season, and the team looking on will be very proud, I'm sure.
And with that, the drivers finally get the chance to cool off and enjoy themselves. Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
Well, it was a bit of a mixed bag here. Some things went their way, but others didn't. I think their main target now will be finding some consistency for sure.
And that is about that for this weekend's action here in Bahrain.
In the next round, we head to the shores of the Red Sea as Formula One returns to Jeddah for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
Lando's P3. Lando did a decent job getting back, to be fair. It's a shame that those two couldn't fight, but the Ferrari's definitely just not fast enough. Hamilton did okay. Stroll did really good. Fernando, I don't know what happened with Fernando. I think he had like the 4-stop strategy or something. Mick did surprisingly well, actually. I've used him in all other F1 Manager games, and he's always been really bad. But he did better than I expected. Dragovic, yeah, he doesn't surprise me. I don't know why it says he went down 3 though, because Mick. Oh no, Mick didn't now qualify him. I thought he did. I don't know. It's 2 in the morning. I'm tired. 4-stop is just crazy. Yeah, Fernando did a 3. Everyone else did 2. I think Mick's the only one that did a 1-stop. I think the 1-stop was actually a decent strategy. I mean, the 3 got him 7 places, but yeah, I think the 1-stop was actually a good strategy in the end. I think it did really well because we were the only team to use the hards. I don't know if everyone else used them, or I don't think they did. They should have had a set of hards. Yeah, I think it must have just been the hard tyre that was... Because Dragovic definitely would have been higher up had I not ruined his strategy. But yeah, not bad first race though. I'm content with that. I think they both outperformed the car, and my really pessimistic race targets. Yeah, definitely a mistake. So season objective 6th or above. I don't know if that's possible. Maybe we can fight RB, but we've got to get upwards on the car fast. Otherwise, they'll get such a big gap. We won't be able to catch up again. Because I don't want to go all out on this season, bankrupt us for the next one. Because the end goal is to fight Ferrari. I mean, they're probably going to do bad as time goes on, but I don't want to throw us into a money pit before we can get anything rolling. So ATL's already back. We can't use it because we've used all of our engineers, but the chassis is completed. How much? We have 21 million. I could emergency manufacture 2 of them. I was just talking about not wasting money, but we might as well. They are really good, actually. And now we'll immediately start on the side pods. So we'll get that going. Actually, no. I lie. Because the underfloor, I think... Oh, wait, we're boosted. So everything's... Oh, from the drive development. Yeah, alright, we'll just do side pods then. We'll just go down in the list. And then we want 30 on that. Okay, we'll leave that the same. And then do that. Rushed. Cool. And then I will probably just generically manufacture 2 more chassis. Just because there's going to be a crash at some point. They're not high-rated drivers. They will crash. Don't know when it's going to be. Hopefully not for a while. So we can get some good traction going. But it will happen. It's just a matter of time, and it's probably going to be Mick, if I'm completely honest. But hey, I might be proven wrong. So this is going to be a real big help, actually. I reckon this will take us quite a bit further up the order. 13th, 11th, 9th, 15th. Yeah, that's good. That's competing for low points good when we can get the front and rear wing on the car. Yeah. That makes me hopeful. We are still rated 17th and 18th, but still, I reckon once we get that front and rear wing on, especially because our tyre wear management seems to be better than everyone else's already, and I still improved upon it with the front wing. I think it was still going up by 10% or something. I will do that. Okay, well that's enough for this. This is a lovely little tool called the database editor. You can edit things like performance and such, but I'm not going to do that. You are just going to have to take my word for it. However, here, we see that we're ahead of Alpine now, thanks to our upgrades. Which is quite interesting. We can see top speed, we're 9th, not surprising. Low speed, 10th. Medium, 9th. High, 8th. Oh, we're actually going to do quite well at Saudi then. Yeah, tyre preservation 6, so that's probably why we were able to get away with a 1 and a 2 stop compared to everyone else doing 3s. Why is Red Bull so low? That's surprising. That's definitely not going to be that for very long. Engine cooling, that doesn't really matter. Right. We're not going to look at that, and we're not going to look at this. We won't look at that either. Right, contracts. We're going to come here, and we're going to break that contract. Because every single time someone plays, you know, F1 Manager, I don't think they change this. And obviously, it still ends in 2024. All of these people still end in 24. Mix ending in 25. Drugovich, I don't know why he's given an extra year. We're going to make both of them end in 25. Because I don't know why that's done that. I couldn't choose that. So we'll make them both end in 25. Because give them an extra year to get into the team. They could get poached by other teams. I doubt it. I'll probably end up keeping them. But now all of these people end in... okay, so 24. I think Max has got the 28 in this game, but I might be wrong. Yeah, he does. Okay. He should be 20, yeah. But 24, 24, 24. I think Alonso's 24 as well, yeah. 24, 24. Definitely 24. 25. I didn't know that. I thought he was a 24. I know Tsunoda's a 24 and Danny Rick's a 24. Joe's a 24 as well, and then Bottas should also be a 24, and that leaves Magnussen as a 24, and then Mr. Nico Hülkenberg as a 24 as well. So that means that only Verstappen, Leclerc, Piastri, Norris, Russell, Schumacher, and Drugovich have guaranteed contracts for next year. Everyone else could change about. So this way, Hamilton could go to Red Bull with Verstappen, which would be bloody interesting. Even though I know that he had a stipulation at Mercedes that said that Toto wouldn't talk to Verstappen all the while he was there. But, you know. So I'm up for this to change, you know. So we could have Arthur Leclerc at Ferrari and Sainz in a Red Bull or whatever. You know? I'm okay with that. And that's how it's going to be. I think that's what I was gonna. Yeah, that was all I was gonna do on this. Was just show that I was changing that. So yeah, hopefully Hamilton will end up somewhere else, and it might be interesting. We'll have to see. Anyway, yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. I don't think so. Goodbye.